What's up everybody, this is Manis and this would be a video on how to make an Arduino obstacle avoiding car. Now for the materials required for this project, there are 2 motors, a chassis, a mini breadboard, a distance sensor, a servo motor, 2 9V batteries, an Arduino Uno, 2 wheels and a few jumper wires. The first step now is to fix the motor to the chassis and then solder 2 wires to both the terminals of the motor. Do this for both the motors. Now screw the caster wheel to the chassis board. The caster wheel was included in the chassis kit, but I think I forgot to mention it in the materials required. Anyways, I'll leave a link in the description for it as well. The next step would be to connect the L298 motor driver with the Arduino board. First, take the wires from the motors and screw them in the output 1, 2, 3 and 4 of the L298N. Keep in mind, the order of the wires matter. It took me a few tries before I got the order right. Next, bring your Arduino and using a jumper wire, connect the following pins. Connect the input pin 1 to Arduino pin 4, input pin 2 to Arduino pin 5, input pin 3 to Arduino pin 6, and finally input pin 4 to Arduino pin 7. Next, to power the L298N, take the 9 volts battery and connect the negative to the ground and the positive to the 12 volts terminal on the L298 motor driver. Finally, fasten the screws on the motor driver. Next, I used a double-sided tape and fixed everything to make it look more organized on the board. The next step would be to connect the servo motors and the distance module to the Arduino. Before making the connections, hot glue the servo motor and the distance module like this. Using jumper wires again, connect the ground to the ground, echo to analog pin 1 on the Arduino Uno, the trigger pin to analog pin 2 on the Arduino Uno, and finally the VCC to 5 volts on the Arduino. Then take the mini breadboard and make the following connections using jumper wires. After the connections of the distance sensor, make the following connections to the servo motor. Connect the red wire to the supplied 5 volts on the mini breadboard. The black wire to the supplied ground and the yellow wire to the Arduino analog pin 10. Finally, the required connections are now complete. Using a double-sided tape, again, fix the remaining components on the cardboard. The last and final step now is to upload the code. Using an A to B USB cable, connect your laptop to the Arduino Uno. In your desktop, open the Arduino IDE software and paste the code, for which I have left a link in the description. Next, select the board as Arduino Uno and also select your respective USB COM number in which you have attached the Arduino Uno. Finally, hit upload. नहीं ये नहीं करता यहाँ से प्लीज थैंक यू हाँ Thank you. This was it for this video. For further details about this project, the code, the schematic, and the potential problems you might face and the challenges I faced during this project, I'll write a blog post on that. Hopefully uploaded by the time I'm uploading this video. Yes, do check that blog post out. Thank you.